Go. And hello everyone, say a nice big hello. Hello. So you guys can be heard, I can be heard, but audience, they may have noticed a little bit of a technical issue just on the stream. So I'm just going to see if we can be heard when the stream starts. So bear with us, and we will be very live in a few seconds, unless I'm actually playing the non-live video here. This may not be live. Wait one second. So let's check this. Oh, we are live. Hang on. Be heard, but audience, they may... Yeah, we can be heard. Way! So, hello everyone. Hello, and welcome to the Revenge of the Werewolf holiday special, which is the werewolf that stole Christmas. Rah! So, audience, this is a very interactive show. Be a pal for us out there and share it on your Facebook walls. Send messages, send texts, pick up the phone and let everyone know where to see it. Just because we were dealing with a couple of technical issues, and as an interactive show, if you can just tell a friend to watch along with you, you'll have a lovely time. So, with this, you may notice that the set looks very different today, because it is the Christmas special. Now, none of our villagers can currently see that, which is a great shame. But if they watch this back later, they'll see that there's a lot of effort been put in to make it look very festive here. And so, in a moment, we are going to meet our villagers. But, audience, in this show, it is going to turn out that one of the villagers is a werewolf. Now, currently, they do not know who that is, and it will be decided with a roll of the dice. One of them is going to turn out to be a werewolf, and will be attempting to steal all of the Christmas presents from the other villagers. I have it on quite good authority that as it is Christmas, that the werewolf simply won't kill anyone. Isn't that shocking? Isn't that amazing? The werewolf is not out for blood, it is out to steal presents on this day.
No!
But we want to make sure that everyone has a Merry Christmas and doesn't have their presents stolen. So let's meet our villagers, starting with Tom. Say hello to the people.
Hey everyone, Tom Hanks here. I'm just in the village because I'm doing a little scouting for the new live-action version of the Polar Express.
Okay.
Just doing that and saving the world with my COVID-free blood.
Fantastic. Next up, we're going to meet Santa Claus. Say hello to the people.
Ho, everybody. Santa Claus here. You know who I am.
Okay, fantastic. Next up, we are going to meet Paddy. Say hello to the people.
Top of the morning to you all. Me name be Patio Furniture. I'm a leprechaun raised by humans. A little bit like the movie Elf, but with an Irish twist to it.
Fantastic. Next up, we have Pepe. Say hello to the people.
Thank you, Ebenezer. My name is Pepe Manana. Not many people know this about me, but I won the All El Salvador Mustache of the Year 2014 and 2017. In 2021, I plan to regain my title.
Oh, interesting. Ish. Next up, we're going to meet Vlad. Say hello to the people.
Oh yes, Vlad is back. And a bit disappointed because, there's not going to be any blood this Christmas, because I have been very, very naughty, and I'm expecting Krampus to deliver naughty children in snow globes. But I don't think I'll be seeing so much blood here. A bit disappointed, but still waiting for Krampus.
Well, I've got a feeling tonight is going to be full of surprises. And we are now going to meet Angie. Say hello to the people.
Can you give me a second? Carissa! Carissa, where's my latte? Freaking God. Sorry, I don't start until I have a latte.
Oh.
My name is Angie Solito. I'm here. I'm following Tom Hanks around, taking pictures for some crap we're gonna do later for Vogue. I'm a little disappointed no one's gonna die tonight, but Merry Christmas.
Okay, yes, well, it is the Christmas time, so I don't think a werewolf's gonna attempt to kill anyone tonight. That would be wrong. There's too many good things to steal from under the tree. Next up, though, we're going to meet Holly. Say hello to the people.
Oh, hi, I'm Holly Evergreen, and I am working on my PhD and my dissertation, and I came to this village to do some research on the Canis Dirus, so I'm sad that nothing's going to happen tonight. I've got some notes, I've been taking notes, and yeah, I'm excited. Wow.
Okay, and now we have to meet Twinkle. Say hello to the people.
Oh, my name is Twinkle, and I am Santa's head elf at the North Pole, somewhere that way.
Oh, okie dokie. So, audience, you have met our villagers. Throughout the show, feel free to ask them questions by typing some questions to them into the comments section. You'll see the characters, the villagers' names, I should say, on the screen just underneath them. So feel free to direct some questions directly to whoever you want to ask a question to. Give any thoughts you have along the way also. But I also just need to explain a couple of things that you'll see around the screen. You'll see around the screen that there are presents everywhere. These are the presents which are owned by each of the villagers. Should the werewolf attempt to steal them, then they may go walkabouts. They may not be there anymore. Now, our villagers, just so you understand what you want to do, when we go to bed at night, because obviously Santa may bring you something in the night, unless you want your present stolen, you may want to try to distract a werewolf with a glass of milk. So feel free to attempt to use a glass of milk in the night if you would like to protect your present, because I think the werewolf is more likely to go for the milk. If you would like to steal anyone's milk to protect yourself, then you can steal a glass of milk. At the bottom of the screen, you will notice there are 2 large candy canes. Should we be in a situation where someone is about to be punished for stealing a present, you may have the opportunity to use a candy cane to defend yourself. So, with this, I'm now going to ask all of you to firstly make sure you are just messaging howl, howl, howl on the Zoom chat. Make sure you are just messaging howl, howl, howl on the Zoom chat. And everyone, it's almost the festive time. Go lock yourselves up. Put out cookies if you want Santa to bring you presents or whatever. And with a roll of the dice, I will find out who is our wolf. So,
Drunk Uncle Fred, by the way. If anyone's
you have a question, Vlad?
Yes, will blood work instead of milk? Because I have that loads.
Okay, so probably not. But anyway, everyone, if you vamoose, please. Right, so I will now let the one person know that you are the wolf. And if the person who is the wolf, make sure everyone that you are just messaging me privately. Make sure you are just messaging me privately. If you could let me know that you have seen that you are the wolf. Okay, and if you would like to let me know who you would like to steal a present from, that would be spectacular. So let me know who you would like to steal a present from. Now, as this is the werewolf that stole Christmas, it's all about stealing tonight. So, if anyone would like to use a glass of milk to protect their presents and distract the wolf, please say that you would like to have a glass of milk. If you would like to steal someone's glass of milk, then let me know if you would like to steal. So, with this, everyone, do watch out. Okay, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look. And let's have a quick check here. So, first of all, let's just check over things. Oh, it's been a very active night here in the village. And so, let's see. Okay, and 1 second. Oh my God, it's such a busy night. And let's just see. I can reveal now that one more. Oh dear. I can reveal that, first of all, unfortunately, even though it is the festive period, there has been a curse still within the village. There is still curse. I really get the sense that there's something unusual happening in the village tonight. I can feel it in my bones. But with a roll of the dice, I can say that Santa Claus, you have been cursed. So for the remainder of this day, you are going to have to include as many puns as you can. For the remainder of this day, you are going to have to include as many puns as you can. If I don't feel that you're including enough puns, you will be cursed with silence for the remainder of the day. However, I have some bad news. Drunk Uncle Fred, you should really stop drinking. But that's not the bad news, because Angie, you have had your present stolen. Angie, your present has been stolen. There will be no Merry Christmas in the Toledo house this year, I'm afraid. Is there anything you would like to say about the fact that you've had your stuff stolen?
I don't give a shit.
Sorry?
I'm Jewish, I don't care.
Okay, well, there we go. So, well, it won't be a happy Hanukkah. This is the holiday special, and so it's going to affect everyone. So, with this, one of us here is a werewolf. One of us has stolen a present from another of the villagers and is sure to make things unhappy. Unless we want to have everyone get their presents stolen, then we are going to have to work out who is the wolf. So, audience, feel free to ask us questions throughout, and let's work out who you think is the werewolf. So, first of all, Drunk Uncle Fred, do you have a question for someone?
Yeah, I've got a question for that green thing. What's his name? Paddy? Yeah, he got any Baileys?
Oh, I got many things. They're all in the Paddy's wagon, so if you want to just come on again, we'll take some photos in the time.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Vlad, do you have a question?
I have a question for my employee who's still pretending he's not my employee. Sergey, or the French fellow you might call. We don't believe you're French. Is your mustache real? Yes.
Interesting reply. Honestly, fairly certain be taking blood. Maybe the villagers will be taking blood from each other. Holly, do you have a question for someone?
Yes, I was just wondering if Tom Hanks could tell me what was in Angie's present.
Well, you know, I give a lot of gifts and everything just with my own presents. I give presents, but I couldn't tell you what was in that gift. I will tell you, though, that I will be making a generous donation to the Jewish community in Angie's neighborhood after this because of all the trouble that happened to her.
Okay, very, very generous. So, next up, we need to come to Tom, in fact. Do you have a question for someone?
I'm just a little concerned, Pepe. You seem to be very angry very quickly. Where's this anger coming from, and could it possibly manifest itself into you taking Angie's presents?
I'm not angry. I just that man insulted me. I love your films.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, next up, Santa Claus. Do you have a question for someone?
Yes, I would like to ask drunk Uncle Fred.
Well,
How much work have you done today, Fred?
Oh, well, I'll tell you, I've worked my way through 10 bottles of rum so far.
Oy vey.
Indeed. So next up, who hasn't asked a question here? Head Elf Twinkle, do you have a question for someone?
Yeah, right, okay. I'd like to answer, Pepe question.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how much pepper you would like in your next present. How hot?
I want jalapeno peppers and as many as you can get, please.
Okie dokie.
Interesting stuff.
Oh no!
Okay, do you have a question for someone, Pepe?
Yes, my instincts tell me that Tom Hanks is a werewolf, which almost certainly means he is not the werewolf, because my instincts are poor. But let me ask you this. Do you have any desire to steal presents from people at the moment?
Me? No, I kind of need. I mean, I'm pretty big. I mean, I even get coronas, but pretty easily in Australia. So I have everything I need. I'm willing to give all of you presents, if that'll help. Take mine, whoever you are. I don't need it.
Okay. Paddy O Furniture, do you have a question for someone?
I do. I'd like to direct a question to drunk Uncle Fred over there.
Alright.
So, have you been stealing poor old Angie's presents to sell on to fund your alcoholism?
Mate, I couldn't even seal a bottle of beer, let alone any presents.
Fair enough. And I don't even need to use my psychic ability. Angie, do you have a question for someone? You're right here, after all.
I mean, you.
Okay.
Year award.
Yes, you did me a fine photo.
Yeah. You remember how great that was that weekend in Rio? Why'd you steal my present?
What sort of abuse is this I'm getting?
You tell me, what sort of abuse is this? I put you in the centerfold, your name shoots to international stardom, and now you steal my present?
In my village, if you accuse a man of doing something he did not do, you would be tied to a stake and burned.
You're from Akron.
Right, okay. So with this, audience, one of them is a werewolf. We do have a question or two from the audience. Let's have a quick look. Holly, you look like a thief. Why are you hiding behind that book?
Well, I'm just taking some notes, and I have to get my dissertation in person in like 2 months, so I'm just gathering information.
Okay. So, with this, let's see the other one, just because we're having a few technical issues. Tom Hanks, can you do your Forrest Gump impression? It says Forrest Gump, by the way, but that was quite funny.
Mom always said, life is like a box of chocolates.
Well, there you go. So, there will now be a 2-minute period of open discussion. Someone here is the werewolf, and unless we can stop them very soon, they are sure to steal another present. So, with this, 2 minutes of open discussion, begin.
Pepe, you do realize you're a Frenchman dressed as a Mexican.
You're crazy, man. I'm Central America.
Look, just yes and him. He's from El Salvador / Akron. Okay, just yes and the fact that he's from El Salvador.
He's also from Wallachia. He's my henchman. Not Sergey, but Vladimir.
It's
Hey,
crazy.
Santa, aren't you? Don't you know who's naughty and nice? Can't you just look on your list and tell us what's going on?
I could, and I think Pepe Manana, both Spanish words, therefore possibly Central American, are outside of the cultural reference of Vlad Dracula 8.
But he's still my henchman. He's just pretending to be somebody else.
I'm going.
You're wrong in black and white or color.
Vlad, is
You
it
are.
lonely where you are? I mean, it has to be lonely.
Well, it appears that way, but, I have 3 wives and, but sort of bad children, and, it can get
Three
pretty...
wives? Can I have
3
one?
wives.
He might need a lot of extra presents then if he's got extra wives.
You'll need a lot
Well,
of extra.
Well, I'm going for a 4th, but, let's see. It's the holidays. People get lonely.
Yeah, can I have a wife?
Parties, Vlad, because you don't look like the type of person who's enjoyable around other folk.
I'm not. I'm very terrible. I have a black heart. But, check this
So
out.
by default, you've just admitted you've stolen dear Angie's present there. So
Well, if her present was her, virgin blood, then yes. But I don't think she's a virgin, or she has blood. Maybe cold blood.
Anyway, whoever's stealing presents needs to stop, right? Because you don't understand how long it takes for us elves to make them, ship them.
Long time.
That little thing's talking.
Nasty little. Sorry?
Oh, that little thing's talking. Can I pinch your cheek?
Honey, go have a lie down on the couch.
Come on, it's Christmas. Have some Christmas spirit.
I don't think you can call them little people anymore.
You can't. That's not right. Tell him, Santa, stand up for your elf, please.
Can we call a leprechaun a little
Don't call
person?
those dwarfs
Start
little
pivot.
people. Let me tell you that now.
Sorry,
All
Santa.
Alright, mate.
Okay, and that is the end of this period of open discussion. So, with this, we will have one more interaction before we go to the vote. And let's have a look here. With a roll of the dice, I can see that it is going to be, who is number 7? Santa Claus, speaking in those puns. And it is going to be between, who is number 1? Pepe, Santa Claus and Pepe. If everyone else could step to the side, these guys are going to have an open discussion here to work out who they feel is stealing the presents. And here you go.
Well, Pepe, on behalf of the group, I'd like to apologise for the cultural ignorance of one of us.
It's election!
Someone mute him. Santa, your beard looks fake, by the way.
Well,
Is that real? Is it real?
I did have a grey beard, but they do like a Santa with a white beard, so I've had to improvise.
Doesn't
Who
sound
do
like
you
a
think
pun.
is- Ooh.
Well, your moustache looks slightly fake as well, Pepe, if I may say so.
You're dangerously close to being mute, my friend. I love this game. I love it. Oh, Santa.
It was so easy to talk.
Oh, no way. That was amusing. But who do you think is this present thief then, huh? What is your opinion?
To decide.
Something crazy is going on with this guy's sound.
With,
And that is the end of that. There was no puns. You were muted there, Santa. You were muted. As much as you fight it, I can overrule it. So, with this, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. Let's check to see if there's any more comments that we need to dive into here. A question for Paddy. What have you got hidden in your van, if we want to know?
Oh, I don't know if I can divulge too much, but I will say there's a lot of delights in there for people of all ages, so come on down, enter me wagon, and you will have a whale of a time.
Oh dear. So, with this, audience, it is now voting time. Vote now and save Christmas. Who here do you think is the werewolf that is attempting to steal all of the villagers' presents? Do let us know, because once we have found out who it is, then we're going to execute them. We're not going to have anyone be stealing presents from us. So, Let's go round and see who we think it is. So, who do you think is the werewolf? Tom?
I suspect anyone with a black heart at this time of year, I would put that on Vlad.
Okay, so that is a vote against
Admittedly, black heart.
Vlad. Who do you think is the werewolf? Holly?
Sorry, I was just looking at my notes. I think that it is patio furniture.
Okay, so that is a vote against Paddy. Who do you think is the werewolf? Pepe?
I think the werewolf is, sorry, my friend Tom Hanks.
Oh, that's a vote against Tom. Number 5. Well, Angie, you're so devastated at the loss of your present, you can't bring yourself to vote. So you will not be able to vote here. Paddy, who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, just because I'm not liking he's all grainy and black and white, so I'm going to vote for Vlad because it's offending my eyes.
Okay, quite understood. Who do you think it is? Twinkle?
Well, it didn't take me long to decide this one, Vlad.
Okay, so with that, it's another for Vlad. Who do you think is the werewolf? Vlad?
I would go for Tom Hanks, but he's the greatest thing that ever happened to this world. So, but if I kill him, then he will be immortal. So I'm going for Mr. Tom. Don't worry, sir. When I kill you, I'll make you a vampire.
Mr. Tom. Okay. Santa Claus. Who do you vote for?
Well, as a veritable old racist, I'll go for patio furniture.
Okay, that's a vote against.
Don't like the cut of his accent.
Fair enough. And drunk Uncle Fred. Who do you think is the werewolf?
We'll say Vlad's.
Okay, so that's Vlad as well. Let's go over to the comment section, see what we've got. Votes coming in. They may still be coming in, but audience, get your votes in quick. Vlad, Pepe, as he has a very untrustworthy aroma, says Hugh on YouTube. Twinkle, Vlad, Paddy, Tom Hanks, another one's just come through, Santa Claus, Twinkle, Paddy, Tom. I haven't been counting these. Is anyone else? Excellent.
I have one.
So Santa, Vlad, Pepe, Twinkle, Vlad, another one for Vlad there. Paddy, Tom, another one for Twinkle, another one for Paddy, another one for Tom. I think it's 2 apiece on a lot of them. So that's...
3.
Was it 3 for Vlad, though? No, 2 for Vlad, 2 for Paddy, 3 for Paddy. So that is most against Paddy. So Paddy, you get a vote against you there. But, having had a look at all of the votes, I see that Vlad, the villagers feel that you have done the most heinous crime of all and stolen a Christmas present from Angie. So with
This
that...
is an odd thing for a Dracula to do, though.
I agree, but with that, you have been marked for death. We are going to execute you for this crime. So, who would like to attempt to kill Vlad here? So, Angie, as you are still alive, I don't see any reason why you can't do this. So, Angie, you are going to execute Vlad. If everyone else can step aside, this will be a private execution.
Can I drink my milk and save myself?
Well,
Or
that's
should I-
one of the things that will be an option to you. So, Angie, you can have an opportunity to gain a glass of milk, even though you have no present. So, with this, you could use this milk either to gift to someone or potentially have stolen from you. So, you have the opportunity to get some milk here. So, odds or evens?
Odds.
Odds.
Odds, please.
If you are correct, you get some milk. And it is a 9, so that is correct. So, Angie, you have just got some bonus milk. Vlad, in a second, we're going to have a 30-second execution scene. During this time, you can say what you will to Angie. You may even be able to convince her to let you live. But, during this time, if you want to call out loud to drink your milk, or you might be able to distract Angie by giving her some milk. It's up to you. then you can do that. Or you could call to grab a stick of candy cane, in which case, if you give that to Angie, she will no doubt let you live.
What
and
happened
you'll
to
have
the axe?
There is no axe, there is a candy cane. So if you give her a candy cane, you'll have a 1 in 8 chance of being spared. So, with this, 30 seconds, go.
You know, I used to kill people and they didn't punish me for, they didn't execute mostly, but for presents. So, you know what, I'm just going to drink this awful milk. If I don't have any milk, I'm just going to grab the candy and try
Okay, I can say that, Vlad, you have successfully drunk some milk. So, with that, you are protected. But, do you know what? You're actually quite right there. Everyone come back, because
Choke on it so hard.
something has just come up. This milk was sour. This milk was sour milk, and if you don't get gifted some more milk by someone else within the next 2 day cycles, you will die. It was poisoned. So, unfortunately, whilst it saved you there, it was sour milk. And it will poison you within 2 days. So,
normal milk would poison me too, because I'm
with this, everyone, there is still definitely a werewolf among us who is no doubt going to attempt to steal some more presents. So everyone, go lock yourselves in your homes, watch those presents, and if you hear any jingle bells, don't assume it's Santa, it could be a werewolf. So, at this stage, I will ask the werewolf to once again communicate directly with me, howl, 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 and let me know whose present you would like to steal this time. If you would like to use your glass of milk to distract the wolf, then let me know if you'd like to do that. Of course, Vlad just had his drink of milk, so that is another one of the glasses gone. But everyone else, watch out, because there is a wolf about. Okay, and everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. So, with this, we're going to just have a quick look here. So, let's see. And that is that. That's taken care of. And that is taken care of. And let's see. And that number you. So, first of all, we've got a lot of activity during the night. A lot of activity during the night. I have some bad news, though, unfortunately. I'm really sensing that there is something weird going on in the village tonight. I can't quite tell what it is, but my psychic ability is just kind of bothering me. It's giving me the shivers. But with the roll of the dice, I can tell you that, unfortunately, Holly, you have been cursed. Holly, a curse has been placed on you. And for the remainder of this day, every time you speak, you're going to have to break out into a Christmas carol or Christmas song at some point. So you can speak normally to some degree, but you just won't be able to help yourself, and you will break out into song. So, with this, I have some more bad news to share. Pepe, you are a thief! Pepe, you are a thief. Now, I don't think you are a werewolf thief, because you were picked up with CCTV, but you are no doubt a thief. You are a thief, sir. And you, as a result, have lost a hand. Because as we know, attempting to steal Christmas presents is just about the worst crime known to humanity. But unfortunately, if you steal a present, there is no one probably to replace them now. Because Santa Claus is... Well, he's not dead. I was about to say he's dead. Has had his present stolen. Santa's sack is gone. And so with that, Santa has lost his present.
Bastards!
I know, right?
Wow.
So...
Well, hold on, because if his presents have gone, then surely no one else is going to get any presents.
Well, that's my point exactly.
deliver. I just can't.
Luckily, with the power of Amazon Prime, there was already some early deliveries. So you've all got presents under the tree, but there will be no replacements. It's confirmed now. Santa will not be able to do it. His sack is gone.
Can we not talk about Amazon Prime, please? It's putting us elves out of work.
Okay.
Agreed.
So with
Sack is gone.
With this, there will now be a 3-minute period of open discussion. During this time, I would like you to try to figure out who you think is the werewolf. And here you go.
And I know I favoured Krampus, but I could really use a Christmas miracle. My 3 wives need me.
I've had all my presents stolen from one of you, and that's disgraceful. All the children will not get presents this year, really.
But you can save a life, an immortal life, but yeah, you can still save me.
Move on, son.
Away from Vlad. Does anyone want to own up to, stealing presents? Because I'm not being funny, it takes a while to make them.
Takes a long time.
Well, Pepe stole, but not a present.
No, but he's trying to steal me alcohol, I reckon.
Does anyone here think that the death penalty for stealing some presents is a little bit harsh?
No, cut off your hand for stealing milk.
I want to know who you stole from. That's what I want to know. Because that's not the Pepe that I know.
He was trying to steal my brandy.
Uncle Fred, don't worry, you've got a Indian retreat on the way for your Christmas present to go and get yourself covered up.
Bless you, little one, thank you.
Could I just say something?
Sure.
You know Pepe and Patty and Angie and Santa, but do you recall the most scary werewolf of all, drunk Uncle Fred?
Have a long cheese.
Oh,
That's
that
my
was
brother.
Beautiful, beautiful singing.
nice. Yeah, I like that.
Well, you've got some
Maybe
real...
Maybe you want to say another word as well.
I must admit, the Irish paddy of furniture has spoken no word. I distrust him and his accent.
How can you distrust an Irishman? You know, the Irish honour system, I did not steal a thing. Not one thing.
You're a chinker! You are a thief of presents.
That's a lie. That's a flat-out lie.
This is starting to feel a lot like Thanksgiving.
Green thing. Have you got any Guinness?
Not for you. You've had enough.
No, you're no fun.
You've had enough, and you're having everyone's presents because you're probably stealing them. This drunk thing's a ruse. Tell ya.
Nah, the only thing I'm reading is me alcohol stash.
Leprechaun with the paddy wagon. Do you have any milk to spare?
Not for you.
Santa, do you know what was in your present? Maybe that'll help us figure out who might have tried to take it. If they knew
Hey,
it.
Tom Hanks, last Christmas you gave me your heart, and the very next day you took it away.
Oh, there goes me Whamageddon.
Yeah, if you've been playing Whamageddon, you're dead now.
Oh,
Let
sorry,
me tell
feel
you,
somebody.
I tried to steal Paddy's thing.
Okay, and with that is the end of this period of open discussion.
Oh,
We
not,
will have
not Paddy, drunk uncle.
one more interaction before we go to the vote. And with a roll of the dice, I can see that this is going to be between Vlad. It is going to be between Angie. And it is going to be between Paddy. There will be 3 of them. They are off to the side planning Christmas dinner. But they are also trying to work out who is the werewolf. Everyone else step to the side. And... Pepe, I don't think you were supposed to be here.
Lo siento mucho.
Leprechaun need
It's okay.
And you have 1 minute on the clock.
Okay, so
Begin.
Vlad, I've got a feeling you're gonna die because I don't think anyone's gonna give you their milk. So that's out of the question.
It
Figures.
seems like
So now
It's
would
like a
be
bad
the time. Now would be the time to admit. Did you steal Angie's present? Did you steal Santa's present?
They did not have any virgin blood, so I did not steal their presents.
Look, I don't like your roundabout way of calling me a whore. I'm not into it.
Well, you were married to that drunk guy, I know that.
I am not married to him. He is my brother. Just because we're from America doesn't mean there's incest going on. You need to watch it.
You're stepping over some boundaries here, Vlad. You know what?
My mistake is this milk thing is making me go, oh, damn it. That's why I stick to blood.
Hurry it up.
Could probably establish it's not Pepe. Pepe's not going to be the werewolf because he has already stolen and had his hand chopped off.
This is true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hard to twirl a mustache with one hand. I mean, you can't
Exactly.
really do that.
I still think it might be your brother. I think Fred's just a little bit... I'm sorry to, throw that out there, but...
Okay, and that is the end of this period of open discussion. Everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. We've got a couple of thoughts from the audience. Audience, continue to give us questions, thoughts, and comments throughout the entire show, and we'll read them out periodically. Pepe, you're usually the wolf. I don't trust you, says Styles Clash for Life on Twitch.
That hurts me. That hurts me a lot.
Okay, interesting. Pete says, Paddy, who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, I've got my suspicions on Fred, obviously, but this Holly lass who's making all these notes, I think she's maybe jotting down who's going to be the easy play to steal the presents from. So, Holly or Fred?
Holly or Fred. Interesting stuff. So with that, audience, it is now voting time. Vote now and attempt to save Christmas. Who do you think is the werewolf? Now let's go around, everyone. Audience, make sure you get those votes in. And we will start, of course, with Paddy. Who do you think is the werewolf?
I'm gonna go for Holly. Holly's the werewolf.
Okay, that's a vote against Holly. And who do you think is the werewolf, Tom?
Well, I'm really shocked because going off past stuff, I would have put Pepe as always the werewolf, but I think he's out. I'm gonna go with drunk Uncle Fred as well. I don't think that's a character. I think that's actually something he's doing.
As well as who?
No. Oh, I thought I heard Patty say
No.
Fred.
Right. Okay. Pepe, who would you say? Sorry.
I want to solve this thing this time. I'm going to
do it.
show that we can do it. Now, I tried to steal Uncle Fred's milk on the same night. Oh shit, Snowy. Yes. He couldn't be the werewolf because he's used his potion one night when the stuff has been stolen every night. So it's not him. I think Tom Hanks.
Interesting. So with that, you think it is Tom. Santa, you have had your presents, your sack is gone, and with that you have lost all interest in Christmas. Head Elf Twinkle, who do you think is the werewolf?
Can I call him? I don't know. I wasn't listening. What was the question?
Who do you think is the werewolf?
Oh, we're still playing that. Okay. I think it was Vlad.
Think it was Vlad. Okay. Holly, who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, I've done some research, and what I know is that chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Pepe Mania is the werewolf.
Okay. A vote.
No one listens to my reasoning. This is not fair.
Angie, you are still devastated from losing your present before. You're not interested in helping the others. Vlad, who do you think is the werewolf?
Is that you, Krampus? All right, I'll answer your question. So you can, give me a gift or something. I think it's that Holly girl who's the undergraduate because she's taking very poor notes.
I'm a PhD student. Thank you very much.
Then your degree is up for questions because you did not actually listen to my
Vlad, you're muted. Right, so with this, I think that is 2 against Holly there. Drunk Uncle Fred, who do you think it is?
I reckon That Ollie lass.
You voted there for Holly. Let's go over to the comments section, see what we've got. Laura Hughes says, loving this Christmas-themed episode. Good, glad you're enjoying it. Sienna says Santa. Pep Guy, I think that's for Pepe. Hugh Janus says...
Santa, you moron.
What?
Wow.
I mean, I've had my presents stolen. It can't be me.
Don't insult the audience.
Oh yeah,
Santa's a
Santa.
mean
No,
ass
yeah, it
dog.
can't be you.
I mean, really?
Right, okay. Biddy Wink Wink says Pepe. Hugh says Pepe, as I never trust a Mexican one-armed bandit. Ooh. He is. You are a one-armed bandit. You stole, so that's
True.
that's clever, if slightly inappropriate. Right. So next up, we've got a vote for Tom. Another for Tom. One for Fred. One for Paddy. Another for Fred. One for Holly. Another for Paddy. And in fact, we have a question here. Well, we've got a couple more thoughts that I missed earlier. Paddy, did you steal your van from Jeepers Creepers Demon?
No, I didn't. It's my own personal van that I made
Okay.
myself.
Okay, and Ryan Caleborn on Facebook says, if you switch the letters in Santa, they spell Satan. Obviously, the pagans arranged this. Discuss. Well, we're not going to discuss it right now, but we may later. So with this, let's see who's got the most. I think it's Paddy has the most votes against him there. So let's see. But Holly, you have the most votes against you in this round. So with this, you have been marked for death, as you are believed to be a Christmas present thief. Who would like to do the honours and execute this thief? Vlad, you want the honours here? So you can unmute yourself now. Everyone else step to the side. This will be a private execution. Vlad, you will get the opportunity.
Blood might save me.
Yes, you need the milk. So, audience, just to catch you up if you haven't seen it, we have all wanted to mute Vlad, says Laura. Yes, I agree. But
Merry Christmas, Laura.
But Vlad, for the audience who may not know, you used your milk yesterday because they almost executed you, but it turned out you had sour milk and you have poisoned yourself. If you do not get milk within another day after today, then you will die. So with this, please call out odds or evens. Odds. And it is number 3, so you have successfully got yourself some milk. So, do you wish to cure yourself? Okay,
Yes.
he is curing himself. So now, I can't read what it says. Drunk Uncle Vlad Twinkle. Right, so, with this, there will be 30 seconds on the clock. During this time, Holly, if you wish to protect yourself, you can offer a glass of milk to Vlad. Or you can call to grab a candy cane if you want to try and entice Vlad to not kill you by giving him sweets. So, with this, 30 seconds on the clock, may the execution begin.
Alright, let's get this over with.
Holy night, all is calm. I need a candy cane. All is
Okay, so with that, you have called for a candy cane. You will now have a 1 in 8 chance of defeating Vlad by turning this candy cane on him, probably jamming him in the eye with it. So, please call a number from 1 to 8.
I'm gonna go with 5.
And it is a 2, unfortunately. May the execution continue.
Oh, blood, so good, blood, finally blood. A slight of C key in it, and B. Ooh, I'm getting some good vocal cords.
Okay, and with that, everyone come on back. Everyone come on back. Holly, Vlad Dracula has executed you. When the werewolf, we know for a fact, is not going to kill anyone, here we are. We have a dead villager taken out by another villager themselves. Holly, using my psychic ability from beyond the grave, will you confirm to us, are you the werewolf?
I am not the werewolf.
You are not the werewolf. We were mistaken to vote for Holly there. So, everyone, please go lock yourselves in your cabins and watch out for those presents, because there is still a werewolf among us, and they're certain to be after more presents. So once again, audience, at this stage I'm going to remind our werewolf just to message me specifically and say who they would like to steal the next present from. If anyone has a glass of milk left and they would like to use it to try to distract the werewolf from stealing their present, then do say. If you would like to steal milk, then let me know that as well. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. So, you are back, Head Elf Twinkle. With this, everyone watch out. There is a wolf about. Oh, it's a very busy night. Very busy night. That's very funny as well. So, 1 second. Very important stuff. Okay. So, let's see. Everyone, come on back. Everybody, come on back. So, we have some important developments going on here in the village. Guys, I told you that I could feel it in my bones. There was something drastic afoot. So, with the roll of the dice, I can tell you that the curse today is in actual fact on Paddy. Paddy, you have been cursed. For the remainder of this day, you will only be able to speak in single-syllable words. If you attempt to break this curse early, then you will be cursed with silence for the remainder of the day. I now also have to reveal that Pepe, you are a thief! You are a thief. You are a no-armed bandit. You are a thief. The reason we know this is you stole someone's milk successfully, but it was poisoned. So you've stolen some poisoned milk, and you will now have 2 day cycles in which to try to get someone to give you some milk, or earn some to try to cure yourself, or you will no doubt die.
How many poison milks are there?
How many poison milks are there? Well, that would be telling. So, I've got some more bad news, though. Pepe, you have had your Christmas present stolen. No doubt, whilst you were out trying to steal milk, you had your Christmas present stolen.
Could I not give the poison milk to the werewolf?
The poison milk, what? Could you give it to the werewolf? No, it doesn't work,
not?
It's poisoned. Right.
Damn it.
Right, so, with this, you have had your present stolen. Unfortunately, though, I have some more bad news. Vlad. Now, we know that the werewolf stole Pepe's present, so I don't know quite how this happened, but Vlad, someone killed you during the night. We have a murderer in our midst. I don't know who it is. There is a werewolf here, and we know the werewolf will not kill anyone at Christmas. But we also have a murderer in our midst.
Other than myself?
Look around. There is a murderer here. Who is it? Be very careful, people. This is a very untrustworthy village tonight. So with this, everyone will get one question, and now you're going to have to work out a couple of things. 1, who is the werewolf stealing presents? And 2, who is the murderer? So, first of all, let's go round asking questions. Pepe, do you have a question for someone?
I have a question for Tom Hanks. I stole your potion. My question is, why had you not yet tried to use it?
Well, I tried to save my potion in case something came up. My name has come up a couple times in votes. I might have to use that to distract someone at the wrong time. So I hold on to my potion for that. Plus, if anyone wants to steal from me, they can steal their presents from me. That's not a big deal to me.
Interesting.
Why do you keep stealing? That's the main thing.
Okay, you'll get your question. Laura says, congrats to whoever killed Vlad. Angie looking beautiful as always. Holly, your lovely voice is making me smile. So, with that, Paddy, do you have a question for someone?
Elf, did you kill man or steal gift?
I kill man or steal gift? Is that your question?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, got internet issues. It's a problem with being in North Pole. No and no.
Okay, so with this, Tom, do you have a question for someone?
Yeah, drunk Uncle Fred. Do you even remember what you did last night? Could you tell us anything about your last night?
Mate, I've got a massive hangover and I can barely remember what I did 5 minutes ago, let alone last night.
Okay, drunk Uncle Fred, do you have a question for someone?
I did, but I've forgotten it. Bear with me.
Okay.
God. I got a question for God. So,
Who?
if we've now got a werewolf and a murderer, if this is you, David, breaking the fourth wall, by the way. If we've now got a werewolf and a murderer, can those who have had their presents stolen be killed by the murderer?
If they're alive, they have the ability to be killed, I should imagine. So if
And
they
the
are
murderer?
alive, they could be killed. So,
Can they be the murderer?
sorry?
Can they be the murderer?
Who?
The people who had their presents stolen.
Could be anyone. How would I know? So, with
You're
this, Head Elf Twinkle, do you have a question for someone?
Yeah, I have a question for for God's sake. I have a question for what's his name? Thingy-ma-bob. Paddy. My question for you, Paddy. Is are parents allowed to also go in your van? I'm slightly concerned.
All can come in my van.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay. Vlad, from beyond the grave, do you have a question for someone?
Well, I have to say, milk tastes pretty good after I'm dead. Anyway, first of all, I like to give my milk to my henchman. You know, may he live long and prosper after I'm gone. Vladimir. And the other thing is, to question for all of you, who the fuck killed the vampire?
Okay, see, does anyone want to fess up to that? Also, that was very kind of you, Vlad, to offer up your milk. You don't have any, though. You used it. So
I stole someone's.
You stole someone.
I'd like to answer
Yeah,
his question.
unfortunately, you were murdered, so your ability to steal kind of goes downhill from there.
Or to give away.
So, Angie, do you have a question for someone?
Sure. Why the hell not? Holly. I'm just curious if you're gonna try to give your dissertation from beyond the grave.
Well, I've done all of this work, and I can see different things from up here. So yes, I will be presenting it in 6 weeks.
Okay. Holly, from beyond the grave, do you have a question for someone?
Yes, I had a question for Pepe. I just wanted to know what weapon you used to murder Dracula.
In my village, you would be stoned for accusing a man such as myself as killing anyone. I find that offensive.
I think it's ironic you couldn't stone anyone because you don't have any arms now.
Okay, and
Fair point.
Santa Claus, do you have a question for someone?
Oh, yes. Yes, lovely, wonderful. Okay, so Angie, what are you most guilty about?
What am I most guilty about? Is that a way of asking me what I regret?
If you like.
Sure, we can talk about regrets. I regret that I dropped out of high school in my sophomore year. I regret that I let my little brother follow me around the world during the most productive point of my career.
God.
I regret coming here and following Tom Hanks around because I'm going to be really honest with you. Everyone loves him, but he's boring as shit.
Is there anything... I can't ask.
So, with this, let's go over to the comment section. Twinkle, are you hiding behind your elf status? Are you a wolf?
No.
Okay.
But he could be the
Straight
killer.
to the point. Straight to the point.
No.
Tom Hanks, as your first movie was in 80s slasher film, He Knows You're Alone, is it now life imitating art?
No, well then, because my next role after that was being on the Love Boat. Does that make me a captain instantly? Or going to Bosom Buddies, does that make me an ad guy? Look, I have played some of the most iconic roles ever. I can't be everybody.
You have been a captain, though. Sorry, big fan. You have been a captain, though. Captain Phillips.
That's
Also
true.
in a movie.
Yes, so you may be a captain.
in-
Fred, what are you drinking?
Let's see, what we got here? We got rum, we got vodka, we got wine, we got brandy, got whatever this is. Water. Screw that.
Okay.
No, honey, have
Interesting
a sip.
stuff. Interesting. And Uncle Fred, what are your thoughts on theft?
Oh, I'm a popular one tonight. Don't know. I guard me alcohol with me laugh. I do. Someone tried stealing mine earlier on, as it was revealed. So no, I don't take kindly to theft.
Okay, so with this, there will now be 90 seconds of open conversation. Use this time to work out who is the werewolf, because we will have a vote on this. But also be aware, there is a murderer in town.
All right, I've got a question. Who did it?
You did.
Which
Certainly.
thing?
I mean, you do have a vendetta for people who use Amazon, so that does make you highly suspect.
Is
I
anybody
just don't
want
like
to...
people trying to take other people's jobs. Is there something wrong with that?
Yeah,
What's
but-
wrong with better friendly competition?
It's not friendly when they're
No
taking
drug
all the
reactions going all over the
Listen,
place.
Amazon has taken all of the Christmas spirit away. Have you ever seen the film Elf where they got to stick that little engine
And
underneath?
also Christmas spirit right here, it's rum.
Okay, yeah. Well, in the film Elf, they have to sting that engine underneath the sleigh to make it go because there's no Christmas spirit. That's what Amazon's doing, taking away Christmas spirit.
I agree.
Angie,
What?
after I'm dead, I'm still healing, I'm immortal and all. You look, I see you in another light, and I just recently learned that you are single, so, want to be my fifth wife?
Vlad, you're crossing all these boundaries, and it's just not... we're in the presence of Tom Hanks, cinematic legend, and you're over
Look,
there...
I was
gapping
going
up.
to make him an immortal. He was going to play a vampire once in his life, but...
Everyone,
you know.
I am my own woman. I can turn him down on my own. Look, I am consciously self-coupled, all right? And you're just going to have to deal with that.
We have to find a murderer and a werewolf, people.
Right.
Who would want Vlad dead?
Who would
Everyone.
have...
Personally, every one of you want me dead.
Yeah, he's got a point. Everyone of us
Hands
got
up.
a motive. But
Hands
This-
up,
this
who's
could
ever
be like
thought
who
of
had
killing
the
Vlad?
opportunity?
But what about
It's
Holly?
like Murder on the Orient Express, where they all did it. Huh?
Could be, though.
Okay,
Sure.
and with
Well,
that,
good
that
point,
is the
though.
end of this period of open discussion. There will be one more interaction before we go to the vote. We will try to find out who is the werewolf. We may inadvertently catch a killer as we try. But with this, with the roll of the dice, I see that this is going to be between Drunk Uncle Fred. This is going to be between, who is that number? Twinkle. And it is going to be between Angie. So everyone else, step to the side. And you guys try to figure out who is the werewolf.
I say, let's get a load of this one. She's well cute, isn't she?
Oh yeah, definitely. It reminds me of something like Kevin Aquan would design.
Ooh.
You're gorgeous, darling. You're gorgeous. Oh wow. Ew. I smiled. Okay, I can't do this anymore.
Hey, what are you saying about me for? Do you know something? I reckon that Pepe's more like lad, so I think he's alright.
Yeah, he's alright. He's also more of a pool noodle now than ever, so he's pretty harmless.
That mean I'll kill you.
Watch yourself.
I feel like I'm in episodes of Jerry Springer, stuck between two family relatives, not really knowing what to say.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a knife involved, it would definitely be Jerry Springer.
Probably.
Okay, that is the end of this period of discussion. Everyone come back. Audience, it is voting time. I did put it up early, but if you can vote now if you haven't already. Vote now and attempt to save Christmas. Just so we go over things, who do we still have that is either alive, because at least, he's gone, but Vlad has been murdered during the last night, but there are still lots of people with their presents. Angie has had her present stolen. Drunk Uncle Fred has his present. Tom Hanks has his present. Paddy O'Furniture has his present. Pepe has his present, or does he not? No. No, you do not. Vlad, you are dead, and your present was buried with you. Holly, you are dead. You were killed by the villagers. And head elf Twinkle, you have your present. So now it is voting time. So, Drunk Uncle Fred, and who are we missing off the screen?
Santa Claus, I believe.
Okay, yes, and Santa
I
Claus.
was very busy giving presents.
That's quite all right. You have had your present stolen as well. So, Drunk Uncle Fred, who do you think is the werewolf?
Okay, right. Let's see. I'm gonna. I reckon it's that Tom lad. Tom
Okay,
Hanks.
that is a vote against Tom. Paddy, who do you think is the werewolf?
I'm going to cast my vote for Drunk Uncle Fred.
Drunk Uncle Fred.
You
Okay. Tom, who do you think is the werewolf?
Well, it's down to one of four of us, and this is a real Da Vinci Code. But I'm gonna think that I'd said it before, but Drunk Uncle Fred was blacked out. I don't know what he did.
Okay. With that, who else is alive? Head elf Twinkle. Who do you think is the werewolf?
Oh, thanks for the question. Well, I actually think it might be. I've got a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
I think Vlad killed himself in order to kill others. That's what I want to say.
Interesting.
Can I do that?
But who do you think is the werewolf?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it's either Drunk Uncle Fred, Tom Hanks, Paddy O'Furniture, or yourself.
Me.
You're voting for yourself.
Might as well.
Interesting tactic. So, audience, we're going to go over and see what you say. Okay, so audience. Sorry?
Can
Where
I
the hell
vote?
did that arm come from?
No, you haven't got your present.
Oh shit! Apologies.
Yeah.
You know, it's very weird. We have a murderer, and we are all still looking for the gift-stealing werewolf.
Yes, because stealing
It's
stealing presents is far greater a crime than murder.
believe-
Audience,
Change.
I'll just clarify for the audience. Santa Claus has had his present stolen. He cannot be the werewolf unless you think that he's the murderer. But we're voting on who you think is the werewolf. So we've got votes for Twinkle, for Fred, Tom Hanks, because like Lon Chaney Jr., he's hiding a werewolf face. We've got a vote for Paddy, another for Tom, Another for Tom. Another for Fred. Another for Fred. One for Twinkle. Or is that 2 for Twinkle? 2 for Twinkle. And we have 1 for Paddy. So with that, let's see. It's between Twinkle, and...
how I wound up, sorry.
Yeah, another one for Tom just come in.
Another one for Tom. So we are tied between Tom and Fred. Tom and Fred. So, with this, let's have a look. We're going to have the people who are devastated to have had their presents stolen will now get to vote. So, Angie, how do you vote this one?
Muted.
Little button thing's not working. Carissa! Just gonna fix it. Fred, babe, I'm sorry. It's either this or Pathways.
Sorry, who was that for?
My brother, Fred.
Okay. Pepe, who do you believe it is?
Can I say a bit of reasoning? No one listened the last time, but I have to. In the first 2 nights, 2 people lost presents. But when I tried to steal Fred's potion, it was gone. Therefore, he cannot be the werewolf. It is not possible. So I don't vote for him. I vote for, Tom.
Okay. Holly, who do you think it is?
Oh, I think it's Tom Hanks.
Okay. I think it is Tom. And Santa Claus, how do you vote?
Absolutely Tom Hanks. Been Tom for a while.
So, with that, Tom, you have been marked for death. So, who would like to volunteer out of, okay, Drunk Uncle Fred? I see that your hand came up. You will get the opportunity here. Everyone else stepped aside. This will be a private execution. There will be, first of all, an opportunity for Drunk Uncle Fred to get a bonus glass of milk, which can be used to get rid of the werewolf. Vlad, if you could leave, please.
I didn't get to vote, so at least can I watch the execution?
Yeah, all right, why not? So, with this...
No.
Everyone's coming back. Right, Drunk Uncle Fred, if you call odds or evens and guess correctly, you will get a bonus glass of milk.
Even.
Okay, and it is an 8. So, that means you do, in fact, get a bonus glass of milk. So now, Tom, you will have 30 seconds to either convince Drunk Uncle Fred to spare your life, as it is the festive season. You may be able to use a glass of milk to protect yourself, if you have one. Or you can call to grab a candy cane, in which you have the opportunity to turn it to defend yourself on your would-be assassin. So, 30 seconds, begin.
Hey, listen, Fred, what's going on? Why the anger?
Oh, I'm an angry drunk. I'm almost like a Glaswegian, but I'm so drunk, my accent's all over the place. So I don't know. I could be from Wales.
How about if I share a glass of milk with you? If I have some milk, I'll share it with you.
No, get rid of my hangover.
You do not have a glass of milk, Tom. It was stolen.
Can I have a glass of your milk?
Okay, do you want to grab a candy cane, is what you're saying?
Grab a candy cane.
Right, so with this...
candy cane.
With this, the timer is off. So 1 second, and so you grab a candy cane, and let's take that off the screen. Sorry, new graphics. Don't know how to switch that one off. No, switch the first one back on, and there are no candy canes left. You can now. He has a candy cane. You can now call a number from 1 to 8.
Well, my number is 5, so I will take 5.
It is a number 1. You have not been successful. Please continue and carry out the execution.
I stole it right from under you. And this is where they call it. Oh, I dropped it. We get broke into in that shot. Tom Shanks.
Tom Shanks, very good. So, with that, Tom, you have been killed. Everyone come on back. So, with this, using my psychic ability from beyond the grave, Tom Hanks, will you please reveal to us, are you the werewolf?
Yes.
I was the werewolf.
Oh, did I do that?
I was trying to get presents for the kids. You didn't need them.
Tom
You also
Hanks,
gave us gifts to me.
you have been found out,
Goes for a celebration.
and you have been killed by the villagers, surely protecting everyone, so they will have a Merry Christmas after all.
I'm not a murderer.
You're not a murderer. But hang on a second. Wait a minute. Guys, during the execution, I've noticed that not everyone has come back into the room. Oh my gosh, I didn't realise this at first because it was a spirit. But Paddy, during that execution, you were murdered. Paddy, is there anything you would like to say from beyond the grave?
That's a surprise.
Feck.
Wow, I thought this was going to be like a happily ever after just because we caught the werewolf, but we seem to have forgot that there was a murderer here still, and that's probably a much more dangerous scenario than a werewolf stealing presents.
Priorities, people.
Okay,
Priorities.
so I don't know quite what we're going to do here, guys. I think we need to track down who is the murderer now. So, very quickly, take note. Who is still alive? Who is dead? We have just killed Tom Hanks. Paddy O'Furniture is dead, killed by some unknown murderer. Holly Evergreen was killed by yourselves there, and Vlad was killed by some unknown assailant. So, still living in the village, we have drunk Uncle Fred, we have Pepe, we have Angie, we have Santa Claus, and we have head elf Twinkle. Now, one of you is a murderer. You have 3 minutes to figure this out.
Can I say something? My logic, that thing I said earlier was wrong. Someone could have stolen Fred's potion. I'm rubbish at this game, but I think the murderer is Angie Toledo.
You're making very bold statements.
Well,
Vladimir. Could you
I'm
be the
starting
murderer?
to sober up now. You know, when you murder someone in front of the entire village, it's kind of it's very sobering experience. You know, Pepe, you stole your thing from me, and you tried to steal it from someone else as well. As someone else got murdered, I don't think. How can you be in 3 places at once, right?
Well, do you know what? I stole someone else's potion as well, and I got away with it. I've stolen half your potions.
I stole yours at the first game.
I just want to point out that I did give a glass of milk to Pepe, so if that helps.
I wondered why I wasn't dead. Thank you.
I figure letting you live longer with no arms is punishment enough.
Thank you.
Just want to remind you that Satan is Santa, right? That's how you spell it.
That's
And
correct.
that makes
Thanks for that, Holly. Thanks for that, Holly. Stay dead, darling. Stay dead.
You didn't kill me, but you
Anyone
killed
else think it's weird that there's a howl, and he's never part of these conversations?
Yeah.
He's the murderer.
What's
I
God
believe
doing,
he's
man?
the murderer.
That's
I
the way
think
we're going
so.
now. We're voting Howl, Howl, Howl as the murderer.
Can he kill?
Yes.
Well, you know, you said there was a twist to the rules, so
I think you could be onto something there, Twinkle.
Yeah,
if I
can
end up
we
dead,
kill a
just
god?
gonna say
Is that a thing? Can we kill a god?
Howl.
I think we should, mutiny against a god here, I think.
If
I think we should
I
ban all
The
different tribes.
vampire's in. Let's kill the god.
If I go into Elfie Heaven next, I'm just saying I called it.
This has become way too existential.
Looks
Interesting call, my chief elf. I like it.
Alpha
Is it him or Angie?
I've been doing some research online. Maybe it is how.
Yeah.
His profile is not authentic. It is not authentic.
That is a horrible image.
Audience, all
Yeah.
kill Howl, Howl, Howl. Vote for Howl, Howl, Howl.
Don't you have a wife to go disappoint?
Which
Which
Well,
one?
I'm
Yeah,
dead
three.
and my dick hasn't grown back, so...
Oh,
Oh, that was
oh,
awkward.
vulgar.
Hey, guys,
I
nothing
meant
personal about the
emotionally,
gifts
but-
either. Sorry, I just...
I can make more.
Fine, Tom. We're all over it. Half of us are dead.
Well, those of you that are still alive, I'll give you copies of my Oscars.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll take that.
Can I sell them on Amazon afterwards?
Can I ask a question to Tom Hanks? How did it feel to be Like, in an airplane that crashed and then suddenly end up on a boat.
Well,
that is the end of this period of open discussion. That is the end
was a bit
of this
rude.
period of open discussion. I'm so sorry. I just had to go and do some Christmas shopping, so I didn't catch any of that. But do you guys have a sense of who the murderer is? There is a murderer amongst us.
We think it is you.
You think it is
We
me?
think it's you. Yes.
Wow.
Ho.
It's going to be an interesting thing because it is bedtime. We'll find out tomorrow. So, everyone, take out your camera view. Go lock yourselves in your cabins. Watch over those presents, but who even cares about them now? Because there is a murderer amongst us. So, would the murderer please communicate to me who they would like to be their next victim? Okay, you may need to switch out your camera view there.
Sorry. Fuck's sake.
Okay, and with this, watch out everyone. There is a murderer about. Okay, and everyone, come on back. Come on back. So, let's have a look. Okay, so having a look here, I've still got my psychic ability, which I think may save my life at least. But, Twinkle, you came along, you left your cabin, and on the way back, someone killed you.
It was you big fuzzball.
I was here the whole time. I was here the whole time. So, with this, there is a murderer amongst us. I am going to now give you 2 minutes on the clock. Figure out who is the murderer, and we will vote.
I know it's you.
It's
It's
very
Angie.
funny that I said I would be the next one to be killed if it was howl, and look what happened.
She got a point there.
Who said that?
Can't argue with that logic.
The little one whose cheek I pinched at the beginning.
But couldn't somebody have
Jingle
used
bells,
that?
jingle bells, jingle all the way. I got gifts and you got shit, and I'm still dead, by the way. Hey.
I think someone's a little bitter that they got killed first.
Can
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
just put him inside a Horcrux?
Who
so he
said
can
that,
be quiet?
Elf? Who said that?
Hey, I just want to say that whoever killed Head Elf Twinkle could have done it to spite How, right? Maybe it's not How.
Yes.
Maybe it's. I still think
But I
it's
still
Sam.
want to kill how.
It's Angie. It is Angie.
You need to watch it, Pool Noodle.
And I also make a
I'm going
slight-
to go and look that up right now.
Okay, shut up. Right, so, slight statement. If it's not How, then it's possibly the person who muted his video when How asked for them to write who they wanted to be killed next. And if that is the case, then it was Tipsy Uncle Fred. Because
No,
clearly
I was asking
my
for you.
camera's on the shits. There you go.
I was asking if I could use the milk.
Mhm.
I don't know how that would prevent the murder, but worth a shot, right?
For God's sake.
Yeah, that's true. There's no way to protect yourself now, is there?
Exactly.
Would you
I
like
know
to
what the
say-
pool noodle is.
Pepe keeps
Throw the milk on him.
disappearing. Pepe
That's
keeps,
cool. You know what a pool noodle is. You still don't know what a hedgehog is. So
y'all, Pepe keeps
I
disappearing.
reckon that someone's salty that their sack got stolen.
Pepe's
earlier.
making murderous threats. He's been doing it the whole time.
he is.
But
He's
would
got
he
a
really
mean
be that
streak.
upfront? I think Santa's fallen asleep.
Yeah.
You still all right there, Chris? Chris Kringle.
I was very, very tired. I've had a busy week.
Busy week murdering. Hey,
Yeah.
you've been killing us all off. But my...
Ridiculous. Santa doesn't murder any money. Gives presents and makes children happy.
You killed your own elf.
I would never kill my elf.
Okay, that is the end of this period of open discussion. So, just for clarity, who is still alive? Who is still alive? We have Tipsy Uncle Fred, we have Angie, we have Pepe with no presents, and we have Santa. There are 4 still alive. One of them is a murderer. Whilst you were all worried about who was stealing presents, meaningless material objects,
Right?
you were unaware that there was a murderer plotting against you this whole time. So with this, there will now be one final interaction and we will vote. This interaction will be between Santa Claus and it will be between, who is number one? Pepe. Santa and Pepe. You can figure out who you think is the murderer. Everyone else step to the side because time is running out in the village.
Pepe, my Spanish friend, how are you?
I am El Salvadorian, not Spanish, okay?
Speak Spanish, whatever.
Okay. Why is your name spelled Claws? That seems quite mean and murderous.
You don't want to know. Anyway, back to the main question. Who is the murderer?
Angie Toledo.
I think Angie is the murderer. I agree with you.
She wanted Vlad dead, and he died.
Yes. Yeah. I think Angie's quite quiet at key times. Don't like the cut of her jib. And
You were very quiet.
Well, I was quiet because I had nothing to say.
That's what the murderer would say.
Do you think I am the murderer, Pepe?
I never get it right. You probably are.
Well, since you never get it right, you're wrong anyway, and I'm not. So, let's move on.
Okay, that is the end of that period of open discussion. Audience, everyone come back. It is now voting time. We're going to track down who is the murderer who is trying to ruin Christmas. The wolf is gone, and yet there is still disquiet in the village. So, starting us off, we've still got someone missing off the screen. I think it is Twinkle. But, Pepe, who do you think is the murderer?
I have to stick with my guns, and even though she called me a pool noodle and giving me evil eye right now, Angie Toledo.
Okay, that is a vote against Angie. Angie, who do you think is the murderer?
And Evil Eye is another woman's something else. Santa Claus.
Okay, there's a vote against Santa. Sober Uncle Fred, who do you think is the murderer?
I'm going to state my reasons, but I reckon it's my own sister, Angie. She, as Pepe said, she wanted Vlad dead. And in the little narrative she mentioned earlier, she said she regrets travelling with me, accompanying her. So I reckon she wants me gone. She tried voting me off earlier too.
I just want to point out that everyone wanted Vlad dead.
True, but
I know, but you also added notice when you wanted me dead too.
Okay. And Santa, who do you think is the murderer?
It's that accuser, Angie.
Okay, that is a vote for Angie. Let's go over to the comment section. Oh, in fact, I forgot to tell the audience to vote. Audience, it is now voting time. Do vote now and try to save us from the murderer. Let's check the time. We do have some votes coming in. But audience, do vote. Get your votes in very quickly. Whilst we're doing that, I'm going to remind our audience that this is the Revenge of the Werewolf show, and we will have another bonus werewolf show, The Werewolf Who Stole Christmas, tonight at 11 PM on the Improv at Its Best channel. So do check that out, Improv at Its Best group on Facebook. And so, let's have a see if the werewolf later on will be a better thief than we've had so far today. With this, any other votes coming through? Angie, Santa, Angie, Santa the Slayer. Very good, says Eva Martini.
No.
Pepe, Angie, Fred, Tom. Who's Tom?
Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, no, he's dead.
beyond the
He's dead.
grave.
He's long since dead. Right, Angie, Pepe. So with this, Angie, you have been marked for death. We are now going to go to an execution scene. So everyone else who would like to do it, in fact, it's got to be someone living, Vlad, I'm afraid. Santa Claus. So you will do the honours.
Yes.
So, Santa, you'll get an opportunity to get yourself a glass of milk. Doesn't do much to protect you, but it tastes good. Odds or evens?
Odds.
And it is a 5. Santa, you do in fact get a bonus glass of milk. We will now have a 30-second scene here. Angie, I don't know if you have any milk and if you can use it to entice Santa not to kill you. It's up to you. 30 seconds on the clock.
If I have milk, I'd like to use it, but I suspect I don't have it.
Angie, you do have milk.
Oh!
You have
Okay.
milk. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to save you from murder, though. You need to use it to entice him. So, 30 seconds, continue.
Well, you have milk, my dear, but you are guilty of murder. You look guilty, you are guilty. Guilty, you are.
Leave her corpse intact. I can still revive her.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
Shut up.
Please go
look-
away. Seriously, Angie, I'm with you, babe. I mean, what
My
is
whole
he
life
like?
is men talking over me. Look, I didn't realize you were going to be so freaking judgmental.
Well, I'm judgmental, but I'm not talking over you.
And now you're dead. So, there we go. Everyone come back. Everyone come back. So,
Corpse is just as beautiful.
would you now please confirm to us, Angie, are you the murderer?
Yeah.
Ah, so you have caught Angie. Angie was
I knew I
the
killed the
murderer.
right one.
All the women I go for try to kill me.
And wait a second, guys.
It's a lot about you.
Some people would call that a hint.
Hang on a second, guys.
But I can't give up.
I think I'm not quite sure how this has happened, but I think I was killed during that scene.
Yeah, you're deaf. You got the black screen of death right there.
So unfortunately, something is now about to be revealed.
Oh,
God is dead, and we all killed him.
oh, what's happened to my elf's makeup?
When you kill an elf, he's turned into a werewolf. Either that or he's had a really bad plastic surgery job.
Yeah,
It's a squirrel.
it's a hell of a chin. What are all the bullet holes?
What the? What's happening?
Oh,
Going on?
Oh, silver bullets.
splashed out on this, hasn't he?
Yes.
Very, very,
More key money coming in.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
No one likes illicit one.
Yeah,
finger
when
bomb.
you kill an elf, they turn into a human, just letting you know. So, if you're expecting any presents, you're not getting them.
Oh, yeah. Silver bullet. Finger bottle.
You can expect to call from Carissa.
Thank you.
What's going on? It's like a James Bond.
I knew it.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
Werewolf's going away.
Revenge of the Mafia.
Ewan's gonna buy a lot more mustaches.
Oh yes, my friend, I have a Mafia mustache.
That was my team, the Mafia. Excellent team.
Yeah, well,
No
they couldn't use the gestures because we won.
No more werewolf.
Okay, so with that, we have found out why there was a murderer in our midst tonight. So, I can announce now that starting at the beginning of next year, we will have Revenge of the Mafia, which will bring in lots of new twists to this formula. There will be snitches, there will be bulletproof vests, and there will be henchmen. So watch out for that. But for now, for the werewolf that stole Christmas, we have caught the werewolf, and we have caught what turns out to be a mafioso in our midst as well. So well done, everyone. Well done. Well done. Audience,
Thank you.
put any final thoughts or comments into the comment section. We will read it out at the end here. But is there anything anyone wants to say about figuring out who either of our villains were tonight? Pepe.
Yes, please. Can I just say, I got the werewolf correct and the murderer. This is a legendary night for me.
It's a Christmas miracle!
There we go. Well done. Well done.
Did you say that murder was allowed, David? Before we were in the meeting.
What?
Did you say the murder was allowed before the start of the game?
The wolf would not kill anyone, I promised you, and the wolf did not kill anyone.
Yeah,
So-
explain how that happened though, David.
Well, yes, at a certain point, so the first victim to have something stolen from them was Angie, was Brenner, and that decided in this very unusual circumstance who would decide to take revenge on the villagers. for not protecting her. So Angie was therefore a murderer getting revenge on you all.
I feel sad for that because the vampire killer could have been really good. I really want to kill someone in
Yeah.
the show.
He killed an elf, Gail.
Killed the show.
Killed an elf.
I was deflecting suspicion. I'm sorry.
It did not work. For me, I knew.
All
Yeah,
right.
you're still
I might also point out that I got them both right as well, Pepe. You're not the only man here with a moustache.
And I talked over JJ, I have to say, so a man can talk over a man sometimes.
That's true.
Look, that's part of the character, okay? You guys don't have to pull it apart. It's freaking improv.
Hey, we should point out that Jane Martin on Facebook had Tom pegged very early.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? There was 2 or 3 people were saying Tom. And apparently you look like Lon Chaney Jr. Oh, no, you don't look like. You're just like Lon Chaney Jr., said Hugh. But yeah. So, who here else thought it was Tom? Did anyone else figure that out? Yeah. A few had Tom. And Tom, you had your milk stolen by Vlad, but it was another... We've done this once before, where we had a sour protection spell, but now we had sour milk. So, which just gave it a different Christmassy twist, I
I
guess.
think I didn't steal Tom's milk.
Did you not? Oh, no, yeah, hang on. Wait.
I probably did. I think I did.
Oh, no, sorry. Then I'm just saying... Oh, no, that's why Pepe got poisoned. But then you had your present stolen anyway. Oh, yeah, we didn't resolve that. You should have died.
No, Brenna saved me.
Oh, okay. There we go,
That is
then.
true.
So, with that, audience, that brings us...
And I had to save myself. Thanks, henchman.
I mean, I figured out that Pepe was innocent of both things when he was being accused. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, let's find out where you can find each of our performers. And audience, don't forget, there will be one final Revenge of the Werewolf show tonight at 11 p.m. And when I say final, it's final for now, because it will be transforming into Revenge of the Mafia. So do look out for the changes and twists that we'll put on what will basically be essentially the same show. I'll just admit that now. So... but it gives a few new possibilities. So, where can we find you? Paddy yes, Paddy.
You can find me on Twitter at J_Dakota4 and on Instagram at Dakota.remote. And on the Werewolf show coming up next.
Okay, thank you very much. Where can we find you? Dead World Treasure Tom Hanks.
Well, I performed with my troupe for many years, Quick Wits Comedy, and tonight we're actually going to go on stage. We haven't been on stage in like 9 months. We're going to go on stage. We're going to be masked, and we're going to do a live streamed version of an improvised Christmas Carol. So that'll be at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. So most of you will be way asleep by then, but you'll be able to just go to the Quick Wits Facebook page. You'll find it there eventually. Should be pretty fun.
Awesome. Vlad, where can we find you?
You can find me in my YouTube channel, and after a long time, I finally bought a camera phone, so I'm going to be uploading videos from December 21st, and you can watch me dance, sing, and do all sorts of weird stuff. But I never did improv, but I'll upload improv things as well. And other than that, go buy this, this holy great book, people. It's very great. It's really good. It will have updated things, right, David? It will have a sequel, right?
Yeah, give it time.
So,
okay.
First read this so you can prepare yourself for the sequel, and do follow me on Instagram, which I don't think I have that.
Okay, well, don't worry. Santa Claus, where can we find you?
I'll be mainly going down chimneys. You will see me with much soot. Please leave me a brandy and some mince pies, thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Holly, Carla, where can we find you?
Hello, you can find me at Queen City Comedy on Facebook. And tonight I can't do math, in 4 or 5 hours, I'll be hosting a show from the Global Improv Project featuring folks that have been on this show before, like George, and a bunch of other folks from Philippines, Canada, and America.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Where can we find you, Danny?
Hi, I am from Portsmouth Improv Experience. You can find us on Facebook, Portsmouth Improv. That does say pie because everyone likes pie. But if you want to follow me personally for any reason, I do have a public Instagram, which is locked up at the bottom of the screen, but it's Danny Unplanned. If anyone's interested, yeah, and I'll be here again for the next show, Werewolf.
Okay, fantastic. Where can we find you, Pepe?
You can find me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 63 subscribers. But please also add me or whatever you do on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 29 followers. Please go on, do it. Just do it.
Okay, fantastic. Hannah, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Boss Birds Improv, which is an all-women's improv company based in Liverpool in the UK. You can also find me more next year, but I'm definitely still part of it, the international team for Improv Chattanooga in the US, as well as all of the extreme stuff next year, as this is going to be my last extreme show this year.
Oh. Okay, well, thank you very much there, Hannah. So, next up, very quickly, who haven't we gone to? Brenna, where can we find you?
Hi, you can find me at Brenna Judkins Improviser on Facebook. I'm also in a Queen City Comedy International Improv Project team called Smells Like Ghosts. I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff with Extreme this next week. I'll be doing the dubs and the Die Hard panto, so I'm looking forward to that. And, you know, just like whatever else. I have a Christmas show coming up on Sunday.
Woo!
So you can watch that on
yes.
my page, too. The Christmas Spectacular. Woo!
I am on that. I'm on
And
that too.
Hannah and Ewan are going to be on it. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, for myself, my name is David Pustansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pustansky, Pustansky. You can also get a copy of the Extreme Improv Big Book of Improv Games. So if you're panicking of what to get someone for Christmas, you can get this from Amazon, and within a day or two, it will be there. There is still time. And it's got how to play over 100 short-form improv games. And if you do leave it too late, you can get the Kindle edition, and you could literally do that on Christmas Day. So do get that for people. Do check out all of the other Extreme Improv shows we've got coming up, like a couple of us said. We've got coming up some redubbed movies like It's a Wonderful Life and A Miracle on 34th Street. We've got our Christmas Extreme Improv XStreamed Spectacular, and of course we're going to have our Old Habits Die Hard Christmas pantomime show. These will all be within the next week or so. All of the details are on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Extreme Improv, and smash that subscribe button over on youtube.com/Extreme Improv. So, in an hour's time, guys, go over to the Improv at its Best Facebook page and do let us know who you think is going to be the werewolf there, because it may be the last time we have a werewolf for some time, because I'm going to end you guys going out on the Mafia advert once again. But for now, from me, from everyone else, stay safe and watch out for werewolves. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
An extreme Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho!
Okay, and we are off the air.
Ooh!